I'm just curious to see what a perspective is from somebody outside the U.S.
For me, I think the question comes from, like, I mean, I saw the stuff that Brandel put out as well, and you're like, well, yeah, but what's it kind of connected to? Like, what's the real problem here? You know, where is the underlying problem? Because I saw a brilliant tweet from a good friend of mine, Ian Finnis, who caddies for Tommy Fleetwood, and he's like, well, he has a boy and a girl, right? Like his son and daughter. And he's like, how can I tell my daughter that it's actually okay to go and play in Saudi and be part of the Amrico series? But then I turn to my boy and go, yeah, but it's not okay for you to go and play as part of that LIV Tour, right? LIV Golf, because it's Saudi funded. And I just think there's stuff that we don't know, right? And that stuff's coming out into the forefront of the media and whatnot. But there's always an ulterior motive with these things, Pete, and that's where, and we just don't know that. That's the thing. We see like the top level stuff that kind of comes out, but what's the real reason behind why there's such a pushback on this? And yet, like Westy said, Formula One goes there. Newcastle United are owned by people from Saudi Arabia. There's multiple different sports have gone there. So there's got to be something something else going on that we just don't know about, because otherwise it's just another competitive arena that's in a different format that people can either choose to play in and people can choose to watch or not. I try and stay out of the political element of it, in the sense of like, I just try and understand. I was at the Belfry last week at the British Masters, and Westy saying, well, if somebody in your job gives you the opportunity of a pay rise, what he's a sole contractor, right? He's a self-employed individual. Yeah, he might be a very wealthy self-employed individual, but does that make any difference? I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Ian.
I think like it's kind of cool how we started this podcast. We're talking about your podcast, and you do it to learn, and you're just doing this, right? Like, it's fun. Like, we're gonna have a great time. I'm on this podcast right now because I know both of you guys personally. I'll have a lot of fun, and I really love to listen to Stu talk about performance. So that's why I'm here, right? They're all internal motivators. So when I look, and I loved what Rory said. Rory said, I have way more money than I had 7 to 10 years ago, and I still go in the same 4 rooms of my house. I think someone else said, when I grew up, I didn't dream of holding a putt to win on the LIV Tour. I dreamed of doing it to win a PGA event or the Masters. So that's great, right? If you're intrinsically motivated to be on the PGA Tour and that's your boyhood dream and that's your opinion, then you should stay. And you're right. And if you're at Westwood's point of his career, or maybe like someone like a Ricky Fowler, where it's not quite going.
I mean, you just don't know, do you? I mean, it's like,
Ricky Fowler, I'd be adios amigo. Let's go. I'm playing on this tour. Let's freaking make that cash register sing again. Because I'm not having the best time with what I'm doing now. And Westwood's not got as many years left as some others, and you might want to make the cash register sing. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know your personal circumstances. I don't know your motivators. And what I don't like about, say, what Brandel's doing is he believes he's right. But everyone's personal position is different and everyone's beliefs is different. So, I think you're empowered to make your own choice. I can't imagine Brooks Koepka will go. I can't imagine Rory will go. And that's cool. And I can imagine Lee Westwood would go. And if I was Ricky Fowler, I'd definitely go. So that's my opinion.